Ladies and gentlemen, and future UPSC toppers, welcome to another blockbuster lecture straight from the Thalaivar Way studios. Today's title Foreign Exchange. It's got everything: suspense, action, emotional depreciation, and currency appreciation. If SRK had My Name is Khan, this is My Name is Rupee, and I'm not a stable guy. But before we get into INR, how INR flirts with USD, and why RBI plays Cupid, like this video because appreciation isn't just for currencies. Subscribe the channel because knowledge like this doesn't float around freely like a flexible exchange rate, and hit that bell icon on a notification आएगा जब रुपी 100 क्रॉस करेगा. Add the schedule, the roadmap to our financial trilogy. Today we are in lecture 31, foreign exchange. But this isn't one and done deal. We have sequels. It's an entire cinematic universe of economics, all neatly laid out for your viewing pleasure. So grab your popcorn, grab your notes, and let's get into the main feature. Foreign exchange is the cornerstone of international commerce and finance. In simpler terms, it's the language of money. It's what allows you to buy a croissant in Paris with your Indian rupee, and what allows a multinational corporation to invest a factory in Vietnam. It is the very foundation upon which the entire global system of converting one currency into another is built. Without it, we all will be trading. We'd all be back to trading livestock and shouting at each other across borders. This chapter, ladies and gentlemen, delves into fundamental concepts of this system, from the different flavors of exchange rate regimes to the secret handshakes of the global economy. It's less a lesson and more a survival guide for a world run on money. Exchange rate. The exchange rate, gentlemen, don't be fooled by its simple name. This isn't just a number. It's the price of one country's currencies in terms of another. It's a barometer of nation's economic health, its global standing, and the general mood of the financial world. It tells you in no uncertain terms what your rupee is worth when it's not at home. But not all exchange rates are created equal. Less like in a family, there are different approaches to the things how they are managed. We got the super strict parents, the laid back parents, and the ones who try to do both. Let's see who. It's basically how many rupees for $1, sir. Let's start with the fixed exchange rate. This is the old school general, the strict disciplinarians. Its value is officially pegged to another currency, a basket of currencies, or even a shiny commodity like gold. There is no negotiation here. The central bank is legally obligated to maintain this peg, which means they are constantly on guard using their precious foreign exchange currency resource like ammunition to buy or sell their own currency and keep it in line. The central bank becomes one relative who keeps adjusting the couple fight. Buying and selling domestic dollars to keep peace. The benefit is absolute stability. The cost, We lose our monetary policy independence. It's the impossible Trinity paradox. You can have a fixed rate and movement of capital, but you can't have your own monetary policy. It's a classic case of you can't have your cake and eat it too. Examples: Bretton Woods system where currencies were the obedient children between 1944 to 71. In modern day, the Saudi Riyal is back to the US dollars at fixed rate of Riyals 375 per 3.75 per USD. Its pros is stability, but the cons, it drains reserves faster than your Amazon cart. It's like a strict parent uh, where it will say you will stay at 75 per dollar and no compromise on that. Next comes the flexible or floating exchange rate. This is a wild child, the flexible or floating exchange rate. This one lives by the rules of the streets or rather by the market. Its value is determined entirely by supply and demand. The central bank is a hands off parent here, they are just watching from the sidelines. If everyone wants to buy our goods, the demand for our currency goes up and it appreciates. It gets stronger like a superhero discovering new powers. If everyone is selling, the supply floods the market and it depreciates. It gets weaker like a villain getting hit by a kryptonite laser. It's wild, exhilarating, and sometimes terrifying, right? But it gives the central bank the glorious freedom to focus on other things like fighting inflation without worrying the exchange rate. It's like we are talking about college romance, totally market driven, no interference, dollar and rupee just vibe together. When the demand is up, currency appreciates like a stock after Elon tweets. When the demand is down, it crashes like a crypto bro after regulation news. India doesn't use this because we like our drama mildly controlled. It's like a cool parent, go with the flow beta. Finally, we have managed float or dirty float. It's this is a clever hybrid system. Uh, like the I want to be spirit, but with the safety net of the currency world. The marker gets to do most of its time, but if the rupee gets too frisky, the central bank, our wise parent, steps in to rein it in. India follows this system. The RBI discreetly buys or sells foreign currency to smooth out excessive volatility. It's not a fixed rate, it's not a free float, it's a controlled chaos. It's like a Bollywood dancing, mostly improvised, but with the director on the side yelling, cut if things get too out of hand. This is India's relationship with currency. It's very complicated. The RBI is like a overprotective elder sibling. Rupee, you're not going out looking weak. And if it lets the market decide until the rupee loses control, the RBI sweeps in like entry with a Thalaivar BGM. So it's like an Indian parent. I'll let you choose, but I still interfere emotionally. Now let's look at the concepts. Let's break down the jargon. Imagine your currency is a person. Appreciation is when that person becomes more popular on their own merit. Maybe your economy is booming and everyone wants to invest. It's a natural confidence boost. Rupee hits the gym, gets strong, you need fewer rupees to buy $1. Next comes depreciation. It's the opposite. The person becomes less popular, perhaps due to economic problems. It's a sad, organic drop in value. Rupee skipped the leg day here, needs more rupees for $1 here. Now, devaluation and revaluation are the government's powers to move in a fixed regime. Devaluation is when the government intentionally weakens its currencies to make exports cheaper. It's like a government mandated celebrity makeover. The RBI itself says, Ayyo, let's reduce the value, and it's a policy move. Next one is a revaluation. It's the reserve, where they intentionally strengthen it. Remember, one is a market reaction and the other is a policy decision. This is a very important distinction. Rupee goes from B grade to A lister overnight, and it's also a RBI's call. This is where we get into the advanced stuff. Nominal effective exchange rate. It's not just the value of rupee against the dollar, it's a weighted average of rupees values against the basket of currencies. Against a basket of currencies, the way is determined by how much trade we do with each country. For example, if we trade 50% with the US, the USD INR will have a greater influence or bigger influence on the NER than say our trade with a smaller partner. It gives a better, more comprehensive picture of our economy's overall strength. An increase in nominal effective exchange rates is generally a good sign, showing our currency is gaining value against our trading partners. Nominal. Think how cool you look in the Instagram filters. So that's nominal effective exchange rates. But wait, there's a huge asterisk as well. Introducing the real effective exchange rate, and it's a reality check of the currency world. This is also need but adjusted for inflation. See, the formula for real effective exchange rate is RER is equal to need into foreign price index uh, by domestic price index. See, why does this matter is because if your currency is appreciating, then the need is up, but your domestic inflation is much higher than your trading partner. Your goods are actually getting more expensive for them. An increase in REER means a loss of trade competitiveness. It's like having a high salary but living in a city with insane rent and food prices. Your purchasing power is actually lower, and this is a crucial concept, and this it's what differentiates real strength from nominal illusion. Real and this is something, how do you look in real life like after inflation hits, rather than the Instagram filters. Now we have an ultimate test, a question that separates the true economic Thalaivars from the rest. Let's break it down. With reference to the Indian national economy, consider the following statements. An increase in nominal effective exchange rate indicates the appreciation of rupees. An increase in the real effective exchange rate indicates the improvement in trade competitiveness. An increasing trend in domestic inflation relative to inflation in other countries is likely to cause an increasing divergence between NER and REER. Which of the following statements are correct? See, they asked, does NER rising mean appreciation, rupee appreciation? Yes, that is the correct statement. Does REER mean better trade? Real exchange effective exchange rate means better trade. No, it's very expensive. So okay, so eventually when statement 2 is wrong, so you can eliminate all 3 statements, making option C as the only answer. It's like a moral. The moral of this PYQ is what looks good on paper may not work in real life, just like most WhatsApp investment tips. Foreign exchange reserves. Every country needs the emergency fund, and that's what exactly foreign exchange reserves are. It's the ultimate treasure chest, a massive vault containing financial might. It's not just cash, it's a mix of things. First, we have foreign currency assets, which are basically central banks' savings account in other currencies like the USD, EUR, GBP. Then we have a literal pile of gold, because gold never goes out of style. And finally, we have special drawing rights, which sound like a secret handshake among central banks, but are actually a reserve asserted by the IMF, asset created by the IMF. It's a mix of old school and ultra modern, all in on safe forex reserves. Forex reserves are India's emergency gold stash, like your mom's secret locker for hard times only jewels. Reserve tranche position is nothing but it's the position at which uh, a government can withdraw its reserves, or what position it is. So we'll look into detail when international organizations are being dealt. So don't worry about that. Now, what is important? Why do we need this massive vault? For multiple reasons. It's our primary tool for exchange rate management, giving the RBI the firepower to intervene in the currency market. It acts as a crucial buffer against shocks, protecting us from sudden crises like a financial airbag. It also provides import coverage, ensuring we can still afford to buy essential goods like oil and machinery even when our exports are low. And finally, the most importantly, it gives our economy the investor confidence. Nothing reassures more than a country with a massive war chest ready to weather any storm. It's the ultimate show of force without firing a single bullet. Capital account convertibility. The definition shows this is the holy grail of financial freedom, the capital account convertibility. This is the freedom to convert your currency for investment purposes, not just trade. Think of it as the right to take all your savings and invest them in US stock market without restrictions. It's that India has a partially convertible capital account. We are on our way, but we are not fully there yet. That's what India's status is all about. Okay, the Tarapur Committee report here in 1997 and 2006 gave us the roadmap telling us why we need to get our fiscal deposit, inflation, and financial stability in order before we can fully be free. It's a cautionary tale. Financial freedom is earned but not given. So the report recommends a phased approach like linking full convertibility to the achievement of certain macroeconomic indicators like low fiscal deficit, low inflation, strong banking system, and a stable exchange rate. These are very, very important. Now it's time for another showdown. The question is, what does the convertibility of the rupee imply? Option A, converting into gold. No, that's a historical footnote which is not followed. Okay, fixing its values by market forces. That's conversion that's a floating rate, a consequence of convertibility, and not the definition. So that's also wrong. Option C, freely permitting the conversion of rupee to another currencies and vice versa. So this is what we just read about. So this is the correct answer. Option D, developing an international market. That's also a result of convertibility and not the core meaning. The key here is the word freely. It's lack of restrictions. So that is option D is also wrong. Now internationalization of rupee. India is making a bid for global stardom with the internationalization of rupee. The goal is to get more people around the world use INR for trade and finance, reducing our dependence on US dollar. Why? For starter, it means lower transaction cost for our currency, for our businesses, and reduced currency risk. It also gives us more geopolitical influence, a louder voice in the global financial circles. We have taken some bold steps like the RBI's framework for international trade settlement in INR, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The rupee can be a bit volatile. We still have capital controls and our economic size and stability need a command global confidence. It's a journey, not a destination. When we are just getting started, now this is India's big currency dream to make rupee the next dollar. We are saying why pay in USD when INR looks this handsome? It's like, yeah, it happens. So even bilateral currency swaps have been done with recently with Sri Lanka and India, I feel, and efforts to attract offshore rupee trading is also working on to make rupee more attractive. And with that, we have come to the end of our financial epic. The foreign exchange market is not just an abstract concept, it's a dynamic and critical part of our lives. From the choice of an exchange rate regime, whether it's strict general, the wild rebel, or the clever hybrid, to the nuances of near and read, every decision has a profound implication. A nation's ability to master these principles is the key to navigating the global economy and fostering sustainable growth. You have now been armed with the knowledge to understand this complex world. Use it wisely. Foreign exchange is not just a nearly economics topics, it's your international game plan. From choosing your exchange rate drama to managing reserves like a poker player, every move matters. Master the games or risk being the next Venezuela. That's it, folks. The currency ka full masala breakdown is over. If your brain is spinning like a Forex market, it's good. That means you actually learned something. Now, before you float away like the rupee in a crisis, do two things. Like the video because appreciation is always good, even if it's not for the dollars. Subscribe to the channel because knowledge is like free floating for the mafia. Hit the bell icon like RBI hits the forex market during inflation and join the moment at learning through Thalaivar way. And remember, learning is always legendary. Thank you.